For as long as I can remember, I've always had a fascination with Earth-like organisms. As a child, my imagination was captured by dinosaurs. As an elementary kid, it was dragons. In high school, Earth-like aliens. Through all of these, I've longed to see things that were just beyond my real world, in one way or another. I know I'll never get to see these fantasies lived out as a dragonologist or xenobiologist. You know, the things my inner child yearns to be. But I can get pretty dang close. Welcome to SOIBD, a speculative biology project that aims to create fictional aliens while taking inspiration from prehistoric Earth creatures. Hence the name, speculative organisms inspired by dinosaurs. This project takes place on a planet in the system near the Tanir system called SARE-038. SARE is a rocky exoplanet approximately twice the size of Earth, and it's located in the SOIBD system. It has a gravitational pull of about 1.409 Gs with an axial tilt of about 30 degrees. SARE sits at a comfortable 0.9 AU from its G7 star, Jera 12, with an average surface temperature of 24 degrees Celsius. Now, that's all fine and dandy, I hear you saying, but what makes this project's planet different from all the other wonderful specbio projects on YouTube? Excellent question, my dear viewer. Let me use your question as a segue into the next part. The unique part of this planet isn't really the planet itself, but its moon, and more importantly, the relationship they share. See, SARE is a tidally locked planet, but unlike any other tidally locked planets that I know of, it's not locked to its star. Rather, SARE is locked to its moon, Rayla, which leaves adverse effects on tidal and tectonic activity for the planet. Rayla is much like our moon in both its mass and density, with a slightly brighter albedo, making it ever so slightly brighter than the moon. What's interesting about Rayla, though, is that it's so close to SARE-038 that it strongly enhances mantle convection, creating large-scale convection cells that constantly build up one massive and dominant supercontinent. Essentially, all this activity makes SARE a very fertile and yet very angry planet. Now, to the objectively cooler stuff, the abiotic factors. As I've alluded to earlier, SARE-038 is full of life that one might find familiar to that of Earth. Despite the unrelatedness of SARE's and Earth's flora and fauna, organisms here express many convergent traits to that of extinct Earth life. Traits found as far back as the Cambrian all the way to the Cretaceous and beyond. I assure you that I'm not just going to be making dinosaurs and putting on a couple extra legs and calling it a day. It's to avoid this very assumption that I will now mention that all life documented on SARE is in fact made chemically and molecularly to mirror our own biology, in the most literal sense. See, life on Earth is composed entirely of left-handed amino acids. And the fact of the matter is that despite how far we've advanced in science, we really don't know why life on Earth consists of only left-handed amino acids over right ones. Our best guess as to why things are the way they are revolve around chance and environmental factors like radiation. So pretty much like everything else in biology. And due to our very limited survey pool on universal life, nothing says that mirror life or right-handed amino acids couldn't be the primary makeup of other extraterrestrial biology. Now, I'm not a chemist or anything, so for the purposes of being transparent, I'll just leave that there. If any chemists or biologists know more about this subject, feel free to correct me in any assumptions I make in the comments. Now, what about the future videos for this project? Currently, as it stands, I have about 30-ish creatures created and ready for documentation. The problem, however, lies in the fact that about 8 of these creatures can be documented in a long-form video, which gives me only 2 videos to make, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's only happened twice. That's where I need your help, dear viewer. Bro, that's a mouthful. How would you like me to explore SARE-038? Our options are either environmentally, anatomically, or phylogenetically. The choice is yours, so long as you make your voice heard in the comments. And without any further ado, I shall bid you all a good day, and I will see y'all in the next video. White Glove out.